today is a planning and organizing day. I normally take one day out of the week to just go through and plan out all of my social media posts, blog posts, anything that I have to write out. So today I'm taking you guys outside into the backyard because there are less distractions back here. And I'm someone, who can get easily distracted. So one way that I stay organized and on task is to limit my distractions. Okay, so at this point, I know what I'm writing about, I know where it's going, so that tells me how I should format it, and I know when I want to post it. So this system has been helpful for me. It's just a very rough draft outline of the next 2 weeks. I recommend Furry Little Peach. She has a video on productivity that is really helpful. She recommends breaking down large tasks into smaller tasks and kind of going through them one step at a time, and I think that's really good advice. Okay, so it's about 5 p.m. right now, and my days run, I'm not on a schedule at the moment, which I should be. I know. Okay, so my next step, and I know it seems like a lot, but it's just a way to keep me on track and organized. This way has been working for me so far, a combination of writing things down on paper and digitally, like with note-taking apps and calendar apps and things like that as well. I haven't found one system that has been able to account for everything that I need to do and organize. So I'm still on the hunt for that, but if you guys have any recommendations, please let me know. Okay, whew. Finally found an angle where you can't see glare in my glasses because that is distracting. Hey guys, it's about 6:16 p.m. right now. I'm gonna end the vlog here. I made it through Tuesday of next week as far as finishing up the rough drafts, but I need to stop the vlog here so that I can edit the footage and have it up by tomorrow morning. If there's anything you guys want to see as far as my experience as an online business owner or vintage shop owner or anything like that, please let me know. Just leave it in the comments. And I'll see you next time. Bye guys!